Hey guys, welcome back to part 7 of What If Deku Had a Quirk. I am going to tell you, sadly this is the only video today. I have been feeling a tad bit unmotivated. It's maybe because I'm tired, because it may be because I've got both chemistry and biology in the same day, which is absolutely fantastic because I can do neither. Wish me luck. Uh, See, that was a chuckle of, oh no, I'm screwed. Anyway, right, so, whereabouts were we in the story? Let me get back on track. Oh yeah, if you like this video, like and subscribe, helps me out a bunch. I am kind of quote unquote new here, and these are technically in the first year of making What Ifs. I know I made it What If like half a year ago, but I've only been making them consistently recently, so any advice really helps. And I realize I'm wasting a minute, so let's get right into the story. So, Deku had just beaten Shigaraki. Of course, not Shigaraki, the Nomu. I said the Nomu, okay? You're just imagining things, or I am, or someone. I don't know, someone is. Anyway, so Deku's just beat the Nomu, and he's been put in hospital because he's basically been beaten to a shrivel. And of course, it was Deku and All Might that beat the Nomu, but most of the credit went to Deku for absolutely annihilating him beforehand, and All Might realizes this because he's a slightly weakened, and all the stuff leading up to it. All Might actually wouldn't have been able to beat the Nomu this time because, yeah, sure, it's Deku's fault, but Deku and him had a fight, and he's losing his power quickly. And of course, if he's losing his power, where is it going? It must be going to somebody. Well, no, this is the fear. He doesn't know when to give up one for all, so he's deciding to use the UA tournament. And after the UA tournament, he's gonna decide who to give it to. Though the power is getting ready to leave him, so he has to decide before the power leaves him, and he's also got the fear in the back of his head that he should be the last one to carry one for all, and it shouldn't be carried on to anyone else, as he believes training Deku would be strong enough, but he also believes that he should give it to Deku, or of course, Mirio. That's where I'm gonna let the comments decide, should I give it to Deku or should I give it to Mirio? Of course, if I give it to Deku, then this is just gonna turn into an overpowered series. But if you like to see that, you might as well make him overpowered. Uh, but yeah, I completely forgot about One for All, which is it's not good, but I did it, so I gotta apologize for that. So yeah, but it's still running out, arguably even quicker because One for All is basically he's working on the embers of it. It's needing to be passed on, and One for All is like, oh, okay, we're gonna just fizzle out until you pass me on. Yeah, because it's a Satan quirk, and All Might realizes this is a way of telling this is One for All's way of telling him that he needs to pass on the quirk and get it to someone else as soon as possible. Anyway, so we're gonna continue with the UA Sports Festival. I realize I've waffled for way too long, so let's get right into it. So, Deku wakes up. He's in a hospital. He's like, "Huh, where am I? Where am I?" He realizes there's still scorches on his hands, but it's nowhere near as bad as he remembers before going unconscious. That is when Inko Midoriya charges through the room. First of all, she's a fat go at Deku for getting into danger. Like like basically, I can't believe you got into that much danger, and then hugs him and is like, "Oh, I'm so glad you're okay." Deku then um Deku then asks what's going on, and Inko Midoriya explains, "Well, you fainted after fighting, and you fainted after defeating one, well, helping yeah, sorry. You fainted after helping All Might defeat one of the villains. Apparently, is one of the strongest there. And anyway, you woke up. Well, you woke up a little bit, and we didn't know what was going on. And then we sussed it out and just realized that you had mild burns. But these burns were eternal, so it damaged you a lot because it went past your scales. But all it took was a couple days of healing. Now it's only 2 days have passed since the USJ, and you're all awake and ready to go back to class if you want to. And then Deku asks, "Wait, wait, wait, wait! I left All Might there. Is All Might okay?" And then Inko Midoriya says, "Well, look for yourself," and points at a window. That's when he realizes that All Might is there, but it's two-sided glass. So, wait, two-sided glass? It's see-through glass. Sorry. So, uh, All Might is there looking at him with a happy face, realizing Deku's okay, feeling that basically he stayed there for as much as he could because he felt that Deku going unconscious and fainting from the electricity was partly his fault. Though he doesn't, though now Deku's okay, he has to quickly go to UA before school starts and tells Deku to come. Well, then he goes into Deku's room, says, "Well done for being such a hero, but if you want to come to school today, you can pop in by 12 o'clock, or you can just call it a miss." So, anyway, Deku does decide to go into school, so of course it's like 9 o'clock there. I want to say school starts at 9 for them. So, he pops into school 3 hours late, and everybody's surprised by his by him coming into school. They all ask whether he's okay. They're like, yeah, yeah, you're cool, you're cool, you're cool. Even Bakugo asks this because Bakugo wasn't there when Deku went berserk and knocked himself out. Well, he was there, but he partly wasn't there. So he was like, did he get that power on his own, or did he use something else? Not really knowing what's going on or why his quirk damaged his body so much. And neither does Deku know, so he don't get out of it. But he's still nicer to Deku because Deku did technically save the class a bit by persuading by fighting the Nomu. That is when Aizawa walks in, and Aizawa thanks Deku. This shocks the whole class because Aizawa isn't usually, well, the kindest of souls. He is cool though. I love Aizawa, gotta be honest. He's so badass. Anyway, Aizawa isn't the coolest of souls, so when he says, no, Aizawa is the coolest, but he's not the nicest of people. So when Aizawa says thank you, everyone goes, well, everyone's like, oh wow, that's new, because Deku saved Aizawa from getting his face beaten in, or of having to take on the Nomu and distract the Nomu, which Aizawa was thankful for, because even though he had his quirk erased against Aizawa, he still had the strength of All Might. Like, well, no, he was still really strong. Not the strength of All Might, because of course he lost some of it. You know what I mean. So anyway, that is when Aizawa says, "Well, since Deku's here, we've got some more good news." This is where people are like, "Oh, this is where kind of offbeat for Aizawa. He's a bit happier today. It'll probably end tomorrow, but he's still happier right now." And that's when Aizawa's like, "So anyway, the good news is the fact that the UA Sports Festival will be happening. This, of course, means that you've got to get ready. So, we're going to go outside and do some brief training today, and the Sports Festival will commence within a week. We're still keeping it going to prove to and that's when, sorry. So anyway, the whole class cheer because they're happy this Sports Festival's still going on, of course, because the USJ incident USJ, yeah, USJ incident left the sports festival up in arms because people didn't know whether it was going to still be on, or whether it wasn't going to be on because of the attack that happened. And I've repeated myself. I apologize. Anyway, they're happy that it's happening, and that's when it flashes back to the school board deciding, and they decide to put it on the so the world isn't scared by the villains' attack like the villains intended they would be. and to basically just dial down the severity of the attack. So anyway, Deku goes home and All Might already knows, so All Might invites him to the beach, and then All Might's like, "So how you feeling from the attack?" And Deku's like, I'm feeling pretty good." And then All Might actually asks Deku for another duel. Uh, this time, uh, this time yeah, Deku says, "No, I wanna train tonight, so I can't use any of my lightning." Oh yeah, and the side effect of using recovery girl's healing techniques is that I'm out of energy, so I can't actually use that much energy. And all that's like, okay. Well, once you get better, if you want to duel, that'll be cool. But I say do it after the sports festival. Now we don't want we don't want you to be injured after this before the sports festival. Now do we? So Deku's like, yeah. So the week passes and Deku's just working on some moves and working on um, his ability to control his electricity once he does unlock it back, because all his internal energy was used up when Recovery Girl uh, used her recovery quirk, not magic, to heal him up. So because it takes energy, it took Deku's quirk instead of his actual energy. But by quirk I mean it took, because he stores energy within his body that he builds up from natural circumstances. He builds up a lot more than usual. That's how he gets his energy. And of course he has hidden energy that he can pull out, but it causes damage to his body. But when Recovery Girl healed him, all that energy got used up, and the cooldown is 1 day for him to get fully energized again. So he waits a day, and then he does that thing where he instantly repairs his muscles, if you remember, but it takes away his lightning for a couple of hours. What, I think it was 24 at the beginning. Well, the cooldown's now has now gone to 12 before he can use his lightning again. So he's basically getting back on track, and he realizes his capacity for lightning's gone up quite a bit due to the fight, and he's ready for the USJ fight. Then not he's ready for the sports festival. On the way to the sports festival, he realizes that security is a lot heavier. Um, well, it's very heavy, and he susses out that this is because there has just been an attack on UA, which, I mean, if you were a school, you would make your security better if you just had an attack. So, Deku's like, oh, okay, that's cool. Oh my god, there's, I don't know, Mount Lady, and then he gets distracted, and then he gets into the sports festival, and he says hi to everybody, and gets ready for the first event. So, due to him being first, he does have a speech. So he starts off with saying that he's happy to be at UA, and he's happy to be here, and he wishes everybody good luck. And that's when he says the only really controversial thing here, and that's he is going to become a hero. The reason it's slightly controversial, it's more uplifting, and he, then he says, "I'm going to become a hero. I'm, and I'm gonna, and hopefully you can all be on this journey with me. I want to thank you all for being an amazing, well, for wait, I don't know. I want to thank you all for being amazing heroes so far, and I want to say good luck to everybody in the future competitions." And everyone cheers because Deku had quite a normal speech compared to Bakugo's angry rant. And anyway, it's time for the first event in UA, which I'm gonna cover because yeah, I'll cover the first part of it. So anyway, Deku immediately. The first UA event is the running race. Uh, to start off the event, Miss Midnight chooses it out, and then she's like, "Okay, we're having the running event. Right, someone needs to." So then Midnight then they all get aligned in the running race. Midnight counts down from three. Three, two, one, go. And sorry, it was not Midnight that does that, it was Present Mike. And once they've done that, everyone starts running, and Shigaraki, no, not Shigaraki, oh my god, Todoroki, sorry, freezes the ground. Deku realizes this because of his new adapt ability from the USJ incident and jumps up in the air. That is when he realizes that Todoroki has ran ahead, and only a few of the students got out, noticed the ice was coming and got out of the way. Though out of the few of the students, majority of them was Class 1A, and that's when people are in their heads like, oh, how have Class 1A done it? How have Class 1A done it? It's because they have the ability to react to situations due to them being trained by the incident. And then, uh, so it's the whole of Class 1A that's just running along this icy ground, and then Bakugo flies across to actually first place, beating Todoroki. That is when the three huge robots come out of nowhere that they have to defeat. So, Bakugo just flies over them. Uh, Todoroki freezes it off balance, and that's when the next runner-up, Deku, comes. He's in 2 times form, and he runs past him, and he realizes the robot is toppling over on top of them. So what he does, he decides to run through its leg and get past it straight away. Of course, the hero side of him makes sure that the robot doesn't fall on anybody, and he realizes the two people it is going to fall on have similar hardening quirks that they can survive in. So he realizes that it's all okay and continues running at 2 times body amplification. This is where I'm going to leave this episode. I do want to apologize. I sound a bit dead in this video, and this is the only video coming out today. It's because, again, I have chemistry and biology to revise for, so yeah, sorry about that. I hope you enjoyed, and part 8 will be coming out tomorrow. I will try and get the part 8 and maybe part 9 and maybe part 10, I guess, out tomorrow, but I can't promise, so right, thanks for watching, goodbye. Sorry, yeah, I'm sorry as well.